I would say this is a nice design. I mean, I quite like it. We haven't really accentuated the door like I said I would, though. I mean, is that a problem for us? Tell you what, this spider is. We'll leave the doors for now. Okay, that spider's fine. It just got its way into here. Yeah. Voice went there. I do apologize. I had to mimic it as well. Just had to make sure everyone knew what I just did there. Let's make sure we got our miners going over here just to get rid of these walls or these bricks. There we are. This is actually going to take a lot longer than I was expecting. But oh well. I like this design. The only problem I have right now is on my original build, it's 4 blocks high. I mean 5 blocks high. 5 blocks high just feels like it's silly right there. Although, we could make it so the 5th block high is actually just stone. Like just the Umber brick. The second layer is just going to be Tudor. No matter what we want to do, it's going to be Tudor. If we get the Umber brick and just have it be the 5th layer, what's going to happen is we're going to have the Umber brick sort of... I think it's going to start around about here and then go up. We're just working from here first, because I want to see if it looks strange or not. It should be able to connect up. The only thing I don't like is this moss, actually. That's really horrible looking. We have to go a little bit higher up with our scaffolding as well. Let's see, scaffolding. There we are. Want to get our doorway installed at some point. This is all good. I don't know. I'm questioning it right now. I like the fact that the building looks like it's going in a little bit, though. That's pretty cool. And we also have this nice sort of wooden barrier as well. So it looks like it's quite fortified. Not that it needs to be fortified, but I mean, it will stop a bar fight, like I said. It looks oddly cozy, though. I quite like it. It's different. It looks oddly cozy. It's a nice design that seems to also, oddly enough, suit the aesthetic of the buildings that we're currently going for. Mostly with the combination of the umber brick and the timbered brick. Let's make sure you go up by 1 layer right there. I just don't want it to really look too blocky, but I feel like with the second layer being timbered plaster, it might look quite nice. And if we don't like it, we can always scrap that bit and just replace it with timbered brick or something like that. This is all good. It doesn't feel like it's too high anymore because this feels like it's the middle. Although, on this part, I still think that looks good. Even though the windows are a bit awkward right there. We'll be able to get something like that sorted, or something similar to it sorted out later on. Everyone seems to be quite stuck right now. I think I just need to make more scaffolding. That's fine, though. Let's go back to our umber brick. And let's get all these corners set up. There, so go 4 blocks high. We're not going to accentuate the doorways anymore. I think I've decided against that now. It was a very quick decision, but I feel like it's... If we're already using timbered brick, I don't really want to use anything else. Full timber doesn't really make much sense, because I feel like that's just going to make it... The doorways... It doesn't make sense if for some reason the doorways are bordered with full timber, like a weaker material. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Or a supposedly weaker material. I say that because I don't actually know which is stronger. Whether the brick mixed with wood is stronger, or just proper full timber mixed with more timbers stronger together. I'm not too sure. It says full timber, so I have to imagine a bunch of timber just sort of sellotaped together or something like that. It's pretty fantastic. My voice keeps going. I've noticed that lately. I'm 21 years of age, ladies and gentlemen, okay? For those that are wondering. You know, my voice... Yeah, I'm not going through maturity or anything like that. Okay. Don't worry about it. That's not happening right now. Let's make sure that we go with our... What we have right here? Timbered floor. There we are. I don't think I've ever revealed my age on a video before. I've done it on a live stream. People ask all the time. I just whistled there. That was quite nice. But there we go. But on a video, I've never done it before. Which is why I paused for a second. I was like, have I done this before? Should I do this? I guess I just thought I don't really care that much. I don't really care. I'm one of the cool kids. I just, you know, do whatever you want, I guess. That kind of thing. Just so laid back. Oh, my God. Anyway. My voice is going slightly. I want to make sure we can at least get this bit done. And then maybe a little bit of the timbered plaster before the end of today's session. As well as... Actually, I want to do this walk away, but I want to do it later on. I say later on. Once we get all the plaster done on the outside, then I will continue onwards. Now, we do have logs to be put into the center right here that's going to help to border off the outside, well, the second floor's balcony that's in the center of the inn. Now, I'm thinking it might be a bit too big. We're about to decide whether that is actually the case. So we're going to go ahead and go with the timbered brick. Actually, timber brick or like full... What does full timber look like when it's trimless? This is actually a good point. Like, if we go up like this, what does that look like? That is really cool looking. Wait, does it look even better? That is nice. That looks like proper logs. Why did I never... What does it look like if I use the pillar? Does it make it look any different? I have to imagine it makes it look slightly different. Okay. Kind of different, yeah. It's pretty much the same thing. I would say I would rather use the trimless full timber as our sort of pylons that we have in the center right here. Let's pause the game. So they're meant to be 4 blocks away from these corners. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here, 4 blocks high. It's actually going to have to be 5 blocks high. There we are. It is slightly in the way of this doorway. That's a problem. But we'll see about that in a second. Now, it's also meant to be 5 blocks away from it, 4 blocks away from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's meant to be on the 4th block. There we are. Now, if we go along from here, it's meant to be this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't know why I'm counting. I feel like it gets rid of the white noise that would otherwise be just me sort of counting in my head. And then we got this corner, which I think is around about here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can probably hear Merv eating in the background there. I do apologize about that. How is that? Tell you what. In my mind, I'm thinking it's too big. So you might want to go in by slightly more here. But do I want to edit around the design too much? Do I feel like I'm really screwing around this just a little bit too much now? I don't think so. I think it's a good idea to go in by 1 block. Mostly because then we'll have actual sort of free wide walkways. Now, it doesn't really matter whether they're free wide or not. I burped just then. I do apologize. Well, like in-burped. In-burped sounds like a very cool company name. They sound hip. Okay, they get it with the kids, that kind of thing. Don't get with kids. That was not what I said. Okay, they understand the kids. There we go. I feel like that's a little bit more user-friendly right there. So user-friendly. I think this is a lot nicer. It doesn't really cover up as much space. The pylons don't necessarily get in the way as much. And I feel like you'll be able to see a decent amount from the bottom layer. So we'll stick with that. You're not really going to see too much of it anyway. Oh, this looks good. We will need to get some scaffolding even done right here. Make sure it's 2 blocks high. There we are. Just so we can get the last little bits at the top done right there. Merv just nibbled on my ear right there. It was quite painful, actually. It was very annoying. All right, scaffolding. Let's go across. Just all over the place. We want to go 4 blocks high. I don't care how much wood we use because we're going to get it back anyway. Just make multiple ways for them to get up. It's going to be annoying once we go out by 1 extra layer, but that's fine for now. And then we'll go up here. This one might need 2. Because I feel like this is near a storage area. Yeah, there's 1 right there and 1 right round there. Okay, so we should be all right. For some reason, we missed that entire area, actually. That's a good point. Let's go back to our timbered brick. We are using timbered brick for all this, right? I hope so. So, 3 blocks high. 3 blocks high right here. There we are. Make sure there's a nice doorway. 3 blocks. And then we'll be able to make sure that we got a nice little umber brick topping right there. Mixed with some cherries, sprinkles, that kind of thing. We have quite the delicious sundae. I like the idea of that. You know, banana, of course. The idea. That's what a sundae is, right? Banana? I've never had one. Yeah. There we are. It's traditionally, I feel like anyway, sort of an American diner dish. That's the kind of thing. We have a few of those. I say a few of those. I think I've seen one around here somewhere like that. I have to imagine there's then more than that around it. Fucking England. Like, it's England. There's a lot of food here. That's fine. You know, same as any sort of first world country, that kind of thing. I don't want to get political right now saying first world. It's not really political, but feel like it kind of is. Anyway, I mean, what is it? I think I read that up at one point. It was like a thing that was done in the Cold War or something like that, where America was like considered the first world country or something like that, and then we had Russia was like second world. I'm not too sure. It was something going on right there. There was some weird propaganda. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for right there. That was brought up to sort of shame Russia right there. That kind of thing. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I don't know anything. I shouldn't really be bringing this stuff up, to be honest with you. I don't know enough about it, okay? That's why I shouldn't be bringing it up. Let's make sure we get the umber brick. A very important part of our construction at the moment. There we are. Fantastic. Let's go all the way across right here. What's our wood situation like? It's not great. We've nearly used 1,000 wood already. Although I feel like we've got quite a lot of done. So I'm not really too scared right now. Plaster might end up being an issue. We've got quite a lot of logs left, which means we're probably not making any more wood. That is correct. Let's make 1,000 more. There we are. And I would make more wood. What? I would walk 10,000 woods just to be your wood forevermore. I'm not too sure. I can't remember the lyrics, to be honest with you. I only listened to that song once. I think it was once. It might have been twice. Yeah. Sure, buddy. Why not? Let's make sure everyone else just sort of moves around right here so they go ahead and do their own thing. Someone else is stuck right there. I think it's because these two are sort of chilling out. They shouldn't be chilling out right there. There we are. Fantastic. Someone still needs to mine that out. And we have some miners right around here, just sort of screwing around a little bit. So we'll make sure they go around over here and get that sorted out. Just wait until they put all that wood away. Or stone even. They're not mining wood. We all know this. We need to get some inside scaffolding done, I feel. That's a good point. Why did I should have done it on the inside. Would have made loads more sense. I mean, it would look kind of bad, but it would have worked. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't want you to do it like that. Because, I mean, then we can actually work on the outside from the inside, which makes more sense when we're going in by one on the outside of the building. So, there we go. We don't need to, like, readjust scaffolding or anything like that now. So, there we are. We'll get that all sorted out. We'll do one right here. Do one right there. Fantastic. Just, you know, scatter it, basically. Make sure they've got multiple ways to get up and down. So, we got this bit right here. I can't necessarily remember how it connects, but I'm sure we'll be able to find some correlation with the flooring. I think the flooring starts at some point. Yeah, lots of information today. I feel like I'm being very, very helpful. Beings, apparently, as well. I'm being very helpful. There's still lots of umber to be found along this ridge right here. If we look at this from a distance, though, yeah, it's quite nice. Okay, it's quite good. We go into RTS mode, walking across here. Yeah, I feel cozy right now. Looking at this building, I'm thinking, yeah, I want to, like, hang out in here. Oh, there's a doorway. Let's go inside. Oh, it's quite quaint looking. There's some fire over there. Someone's burning down. What's that, a cross? Oh, God. Let's get out of here. Religious cult building right now. Everyone is sleeping on the ground. I don't condone slave labor or poor sleeping arrangements. But, I mean, come on. There's beds right there, which really should have been removed quite a long time ago. I remember we had like a cool crafting area right here, and now we have the stonemasons. They better be using that stonemason. They are. Fantastic. At least they're using it. I mean, they usually hang around here, though, I think. So we're good. Look at all these beds. All those comfortable beds. So good around this area. All our lumberjacks are hanging around here as well. This is nice. This is nice. Right, let's zoom down, because I feel like we are... we should be attacked by now. Okay. Doesn't look like it. Some spiders have spawned, which I'm not really too worried about, because lumberjacks can kill spiders. Can't kill spiders very easily. Let's make sure everyone just sort of moves around here. We need some scaffolding along here as well, because there's another way for them to get up and down. Utility, scaffolding. There we are. There we are. There we are. I mean, what? I said it again unintentionally there. It tells you just how many random cues I have when it comes to talking and transitioning. There we are. It's great. I'm a man of very few words. Right, yeah, we've missed out on the roofing that we have right here. I think I completely, like, dodged the discussion of why I like to use the ceramic roofing. Basically, it doesn't look great, but it's a great constitution for walls. Is that the right word? Constitution? I don't think it is. It's a grey. Constitution's health. Constitute. Grey replacement, I suppose. And I won't necessarily say replacement, because replacement would indicate that there are already that we have stairs as an option, but we're deciding not to use them. That kind of thing. But for now, I'll say replacement. There we are. I hate how it's off by 1. It just looks weird. I mean, it's not off by 1 at all. It's just the way that the ground morphs together. It's unsavory. Is that really the best word I could come up with? It's unsavory, okay? Delicious, delicious unsavoriness. Is that really delicious? Sounds undelicious. Undelicious. Yeah. Great. Let's get a utility done right here. Get some more scaffolding. Wait, that goes all the way across? Wow, okay, that's amazing. Can you, like, just all work together in harmony right now? See, there we go. Is that really that hard? Because apparently it is. Apparently you have a very hard time working together. A spider's been spotted by Moore again. That is a shame. However, Moore should have more than enough to deal with this spider. Fantastic. This is all good right now. I hope all of you cringed. I hope you just constantly constant cringing. Ah, that would be like the worst thing to enact. Is that enact? Is really the right word? Wish. I suppose wish upon your enemies. You know, constant cringing. Horrible. Horrible feeling. You know, or constant self-disappointment, which usually induces some sort of cringe later on in life. Like when you have a memory and you're like, oh, I can't believe I did that. Oh, cringe. But constant cringe. Just, oh, God. Great. There we are. I've made the worst thing ever. It's not really the worst thing ever. I'd say the worst thing ever is probably like having that constant sensation of... Like every day you wake up and you jump onto your... you sort of get out of bed. Jump out of bed, if you will. Let's make sure we got a spring in our step. And then all of a sudden it feels like you've just hit... Actually, no. Every time you go through a door, it feels like you've just hit your little pinky toe on the edge of the door. Just the pinky toe, not the big toe. The pinky toe. The one that's unusually sensitive. I say unusually sensitive, but the one that feels like it just hurts a lot more for some reason. With me, anyway. Maybe I've got an unusually sensitive pinky toe. Is that really what it's called, a pinky toe? I don't think it's scientifically or medically called a pinky toe. It's probably called like Thesaurus Maximus Legatus or Fingertus or something like that. A fingertus sounds like something else entirely. I'm just saying. I feel like that is a stage name for something quite raunchy. Anyway, let's make sure we move everyone around here. You can go the other way, you know. Oh, now you can't. Oh, now you can. There we are. You know, let's rearrange everyone. They're a little bit stuck right now. That's fine. We can deal with that. Right, so we're going to get rid of the scaffolding along here, because we don't need it right now. We don't need it anymore, in fact. And now, we need to start going out by one layer. Now, before we start doing that, I do have a bit of an extra design right here with the timbered plaster. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be quite fantastic. So, it's a little bit extra, and I did do this during the build. So, we're just going to start up right here, and then we're going to go up by one layer. That's how we're going to do it. So, we're going to see all 5. We're going to see the umber brick sort of completely without it being covered by timbered plaster, but other than the corners will be covered with timbered plaster, and then it's going to go up by one layer. There will be no corners off, so it won't be like 90-degree changes in the structure. They're just going to be sort of angled off corners, and it's just going to be the outside corners as well, not the inside ones. We don't need to worry about those until later on, when it might become an issue. I mean, it won't become any issue whatsoever. Now, the reason I like to do this with my structures, the corner idea, basically, is because you get a nice little arch. Like, sort of a double... What am I trying to say? A double... Like, this kind of thing. You get a double roof sort of design, which looks very pretty. And I would say adds... It makes it look like a sausage with this building. But other than that, why do I keep thinking sausage with it? I'm hungry. I was about to say I'm delicious. There we go. I am delicious. Right there, apparently Merv thinks so. Hello, Merv. Okay, now he just wants to feed me. Food? I'll feed you, master. That kind of thing, basically. Great. I don't want your food. This is weird. What is that? No, you didn't actually do anything right there. I was just sort of talking for comedic effect. Alright, so let's make sure that we go over these little points that are sort of hanging off right here. It does help to get these corners done, though, I suppose. But they're just going to be by themselves. It's going to add a sort of a little bit extra to our structure. Should hopefully look quite nice. We've still got a few bits here and there to finish off. So we'll make sure to get around to them later on. In fact, we can do this bit right now and just cut off that layer right here. Or that block. There we go. It's not really a layer, is it? It's a block. There we are. So, like I said, we do have a little walkway that I want to get set up right here. So we want to... Actually, where is the floor? The floor would be... one above, actually, yeah. Or... I can have umber brick outside our floor. I like the idea of that. That might be a cool little design feature that we can have. So if anything, we want to make sure this is a doorway right here. Do I want the doorway right there or along by one? Because this is meant to be kind of a corner, isn't it? So, well, too late now. It's too late. I don't think it's too late. We'll make sure to get rid of this. We do have a few miners not really doing anything now that I think about it. Tell you what, there are some ores right here that we can get rid of, although I don't think any of them are high enough mining level in order to acquire these ores. We're about to find out, though. Yeah, we got that a little bit being mined up, which is quite nice to see. Alright, let's go back to our construction. Are we running out of plaster? We really should be tracking plaster. There we are. I feel like it's very important to track, since we're using quite a lot of it in our buildings. What would I do about timbered plaster? Well, I'd probably just use, like, full timber on the first layer. I think that would still work. I think that would look pretty good, just full timber on the second layer instead of just timbered brick. In fact, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. That sounds pretty good now that I think about it. Although, when you compare that to just using the timbered plaster, then it sounds bad. So, yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's quite average sounding, in fact. So you can't see the timber plaster right now. Don't you worry about it. It's going to look fantastic. You're going to see it in a second, okay? And when I say a second, I mean we're going to get this bit done before we end the episode today. So we want to have like a little walkway, and it's going to be a scaffolding sort of walkway. There we go. Wow, with scaffolding, I want to use fences. So this is going to be awkward to design at first, but should be all right. So the doorway's going to be here. Doorway can't be there. Well, no, the doorway can be there. It just means... depends what we're using for flooring, really. Because the way it goes up is a bit weird. And I feel like using the... I don't want to use planks. I don't think planks really do it justice. Then again... yeah, full timber? But, like, the trimmers... yeah, full timber? Without this, that would look pretty nice. There we are. We could do that. And then what I want to do is have a... actually, do you want to go directly down? We could do that. No, I want to stick with what my design was. So, we'll have a bit of scaffolding here, basically. Not scaffolding, roofing there. Where would it start? So, there's a roof right here. I want to make sure it's covered. And in fact, it's meant to go along like this, because we're meant to do 2 across from here. And then it's just meant to be 2, I think, constantly, yeah. There we are. I want to use up as much space as possible along here. This is the best way to do it. And then 2 along there. And then what we do is just get some fencing. Just cover it up completely along that part. Pretty nice sounding. Is it a good idea to cover this up completely? Or just want it to be a proper stairway that's fully open and doesn't really have any safety features? I don't like the idea of having a lack of safety features being a part of our world. So we're not going to do that. What the hell is that noise? Sounds like a kid's being killed. It's horrible. Anyway, we'll ignore that. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, sure. We're going to have this. No, we can't have that, can we? We could just have, like, a layer. Oh, yeah, no, we can still do this. It's just we'll have to go up like that. By 1 extra block. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that instead. This bit looks a bit more awkward, though. Because it means we'll have to do this. Which I'm okay with. Although now we're going to have to do the same on this side, which I don't really want to do. I like the idea of it sort of being open that way. So we're not going to do it on that side. And this is just full timber, so it should hopefully look distinguishable from the actual build. And then it hooks up to this bit anyway, so we're all good right there. Now, we want to make sure we get some fences set up, because this should hopefully make it look like a proper structure right here, having some fences. Not structure, but sort of like a cool little walkway. So I have fences like along here, and then more right there. It's going to look oddly connected, unfortunately, but oh well. And then 4 along there. Okay, so hopefully this doesn't look completely weird, but it might look completely weird. There we go. This is what we do right now, okay? This is why we're here. Let's make sure we start the roofing as well. We want to make sure we use the... Not flooring, roofing. We want to make sure we use the wood. We'll start off from here, and then we'll do the rest later on, once it's all constructed. Oh, full timber is my new favorite block. I can't believe I've never noticed it. The time just changed. It did. I always forget. It's been nearly like 70 plus days. What the hell was that noise? I thought I heard a Minecraft zombie there. Is that just me? I think I'm going nuts. Okay. I'm going completely insane. I'm having a look around now. I wanted to use a word just then. The word that it's the elusive word, apparently. Elucid or elusive. Lucid sounds right to me. The elucid word for today's session, the day of my daughter's wedding. I feel like I just had one of those moments. Oh, this looks pretty awkward. What the hell is going on right here? Why are there so many bugs with it? I mean, I kind of like it. In like sort of an odd, this has just been made up from scratch kind of way. But at the same time, I hate it. Because it looks random as hell. Maybe we just get scaffolding instead. Scaffolding at least looks nice. Or I say nice, it looks alright. And then we can just have fences on the top. We'll leave it for now. We'll see if it grows on our face. Not too sure how I feel about that, but we'll get used to it, I feel. Wood. Go across right here. It's another way for them to get to the second floor as well. And then we'll just do that. There we are. Fantastic. So that's our little walkway right there. The door's going to be right there, so it's all good. It works out for us. I'm not too sure what's going on right there, but I guess the game... The fences, I feel like were... Oh, there we go. It all fixed. That was really weird. It looks quite nice now, though. Now that it's actually connecting properly. I quite like it. Sort of random. You know, people were stuck there, but we did do the other side, so we're all good. It's a nice little addition, I feel. It's quite quaint. I feel like it was done at the last minute, that kind of thing, which is what I'm really going for. Now we can go up by a few extra layers now, because it pretty much just goes straight up at this point. So we'll go with the timber plaster. And, well, we can't do it all the way up. We can get there for the most part. There we are. So I think that's 5 blocks high. So we're at 4 blocks right now. Do we want to do anything cool with the top layer, other than the timber plaster? Or do we want to just stick with the timber plaster? We have to do a lot of roofing here as well. So we have to think about that, put it into consideration. We're nearing the end of today's session, though, ladies and gentlemen. Session being 3 episodes. Unfortunately so. I did feel like I was a little bit too... Every single time I think of this particular word, I think presumptuous. But that's not the word I'm thinking of. I mean, well, that's not the word I want to use. I mean, it's the word I'm thinking of. I mean, that's the word I think of, right? That's presumptuous. All of a sudden, that's the word that pops into my head. So it's obviously the word I'm thinking of. But it's not the word I'm thinking of. So there we go. Flooring as well is something that we need to get done. How's our wood situation? Not too bad. I guess this gives us a little bit more time to gather a few more materials as well, which is quite nice. Let's get the flooring done. Well, this sort of second floor done. We want to make sure we use the timbered floor. Just wanted to double check right there. Mostly I want to get this sort of weird scaffolding thing in the center done. Also want to get some timbered floor on that part of the building right there. Let's make sure we use the flooring right here. There we are. So this is going to look a bit odd. Now, we are just going to have the nice stone sort of outline right here, which I quite like. I'm not too sure why I like it so much, but it seems quite neat. We're going to make sure we have a stairway right there. It's not going to be the dedicated stairway, but for now we're going to leave that. Let's make sure we zoom out a little bit. So, for walkways, I feel like we need to be in right here. We need to make sure we're going around it like this. There we are. That's quite good. And then we got that little hole right here, and we can look into the bottom of the building. It looks quite nice, I feel. Oh, well, it will look quite nice. Same thing along here, though. We need to make sure we get rid of these points just so they can get up and down the scaffolding. I think we're missing a few areas already, but it's too late now. We can't go back. Can't go back, Marty. Oh, no, dog. That's unfortunate. Anyway, we'll leave that for now. Whatever that was. That was his voice. Okay, that's my voice acting capabilities. Okay, you will love it. Okay, or else. Or else. I completely forgot there's like another cool way that we made to get up here. That's quite nice. Like, other than scaffolding. Like, we can go up here now instead. Although we will need to make rather large scaffolding pieces outside, whether we like it or not. So that's sort of like an oh well situation. At the moment, though, it's looking quite pretty. I say pretty. Like, if we go down right here, it's not done yet. It's nowhere near done. Like, we need to add, like, a few bits extra around this. I like the idea of putting the pale brick around the corners as well, just to get rid of the sort of awkwardness of this double bit right here, which we can get sorted out later on. You know, we're looking around here. See, stuff like this. We need to add cool things that are random, that help to sort of stop the building looking like a bunch of squares attached to each other, and just sort of add a little bit of detail here and there. Right now, it doesn't look like anything incredible, and it looks like just a giant mess of a structure. But number one, Tavern's a giant messes of a structure. Number two, the roof is what's going to make it look good. What I'm planning is we've got the main roof right here. It's not going to look like a giant roof that goes all the way around, okay? It's going to be several that connect to each other in a very neat way. And actually, two of them won't have any roofs whatsoever. They're just going to have, like, balconies that are sort of connected to the roof as well, with, like, more roofs and maybe a bridge. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Not really. There won't be a bridge, but I was just being funny right there. I like the idea of mining this out and making it a different sort of wood type. Maybe full timber. You know, I was just joking then, but full timber probably would make it look a little nicer. So we'll probably make it full timber. There we go. It should look quite nice. We're going to get fences around here as well. Although we will want to continue going up with the full timber, because it goes all the way up to the ceiling as well. But as I was saying, so we've got this main building right here, the main roof. That's going to be sort of roofed off. It's going to be a peak right here. If you can see my mouse, you should be able to. And then, imagine the peak right around there. It's probably going to start around about the point that we've got the leveled off right here. So like this. Then, this will do the same thing, but it'll peak in this direction. It will attach to the main building. I think it's going to be slightly smaller, I think, or it's going to be perfectly leveled. And then this one as well, which should be just exactly the same size. Actually, I think this one's going to be slightly bigger, but we flatten it or something. We do something... Oh, I completely forgot. Because this one's not 10 blocks across, it's 13 or something like that. Yeah, 13 blocks across. We do like a weird double arch roof with it or something like that, where we sort of go up and then down and then up again, like a W or M even. Do like an M arch kind of thing with the roof. So that's going to be quite interesting. But yeah, as I was saying, going to have another peak right here, hook up to the main roof. And this bit right here is the main roof. It's what it's what keeps the building the inn, basically. It's what makes the inn. It's fantastic. We're all into it. Yeah! I'm sorry if that slap destroyed the world right there. That's not something I was really intending to do. But yeah. Anyway, I have to end it now, unfortunately. There we go. 3 episodes right there. We're not really there, though. However, I feel like the next session, we should be able to finish off the roof, and that should be pretty fantastic. However, ladies and gentlemen, until then, you're just going to have to go ahead and like, subscribe. If you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to like... Wait, what? I screwed that up completely. I want to change my intro to like... If you enjoyed this, then don't forget to like, subscribe. Because I feel like saying like, subscribe, and like good stuff is just a bit forceful. Is that weird? I'm not too sure. Anyway, if you enjoyed yourself, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for updates on my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch for live streams. I've been the Innkeeper. You've all been fantastic. And I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. I feel like thanks for watching as well. Something I want to add into it. The outro becomes way too long at that point. Thanks for watching.